Hello, collaborators. Okay, I'm going to this video that I'm putting will show here, and this is a quick overview of what you can find in this. One is the standards, and the standards are how do we name files, how do we have stages, and how do we name these stages on the files, and then the difference between a file and a document. You can have a look to this and few other things that are quite interesting. So you can come here in standards and see this slideshow. There's another slideshow to explain how to track time on Google Earth, sorry, Google Calendar. Basically, it's quite simple, just putting items and but how to name calendars and how to name the event, so then we can filter and we can use it in Excel. And then most importantly, what I like to show is what folders do we use. If I go to my Google Drive, I have several folders. For collaborators, we use CCM, which is the name of the company for architecture, CCM Canary Construction and Management, O7 Resources, we use O6 Production, and we use O0 Operational. Now, I'm gonna go to my Google Drive in my computer, which is synchronizing. So if I go to operational, we have folders that are only temporal, where I put videos, PDF, and where I expect people to put videos and PDF and images to communicate what I call missions. And it's important that we put the date, or like in American way, underscore the project or the case or whatever we're doing, then underscore who to who, NGP, and ideally we use only acronyms. Um, and in here we can see, yeah, the content, and it organized chronologically, and then we can see easily where if you have been assigned something, or if something is you need to assign to someone. Now in Google, if we go to production, we have the folders of the project. Normally, this can vary a little bit the internal organization of the folders, but generally we have data and resources, which is for documentation that's been issued independently of the project. For example, a survey plan, some inspiration, some images. Those images are not dependent on the project. Then we have input, and sorry to jump because input is similar to data and resources, but input is for information specifically created or issued for the project. For example, engineering plans, electrical plans from another firm. I mean, they created that electrical plan for this project, for the project for the subject project. Then similar, we have output. So in output, let's go to a complex project. Okay, in output, we have 4 quotation to surveyors, 4 structural engineers, and we have like packages of information that we're going to send. But it's very handy to have it in folders because we normally send it to more than one person. Then we have deliverables. Deliverables are nothing but stages, and how every project is just updating. So we just put files here, and we know that if we need the most updated set of plans for this project, we come here and we just retrieve it. Ideally, we organize this chronologically also in 4 stages. This is a bit messy. And then we have the documentation. Documentation can vary as being inside documentation or a folder with a date, which I think we're gonna adopt this method. Just we have the folder with the date, normally just the month, and then the stage, CC. Remember that the stage you can see it from the in the Canary Academy. You can see it from the standards slides. Up, 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 up. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. If we go to the website, we have the stages, Well, we have the initial, the pre-administration that goes through all the project. It's just making invoices, statements, letters, talking to neighbors, talking to council. Then we have preliminary studies where we normally draw the existing conditions. We do a feasibility, studies of the how viable is the project, etc. Then schematic design. We still work with options in here in schematic design. Then design development. We have chosen one option and we just developing the option. And then we have approvals. So DA is development application, pre-DA is like a meeting with council to launch a DA, CC construction certificate, CDC compliant development certificate. There are a bunch of different certificates and approvals we can obtain. And then we have contract documentation. These are documentation that we issue to hire someone. For example, we need a plumber, or we need the plumbing plan, or we need a tender for a builder, or we need anything we need to get a contract or to get a sale or a quotation. Now, if I go back to the deliverables, the project folder, where we see that yeah, we have the different stages and we have different plans, and then when we jump to the next stage, we have different group of files with everything in here. So let's go now to, instead of production, to resources. Resources is just to get templates for the different aspects of the project. In this case, normally we use for collaborators in asset production, and we have here in CAD plenty. The file template, normally we use the latest one. We have also a CTV, which is the printing the plot style, and we have a CAD PGP, which is the shortcuts of AutoCAD. These three are normally the most important. We also have a template for SketchUp, for Word, for PDF, etc. And all that can be found on specific pages in CAD. So drawing organization, for example. So we have like how the drawing works. Then we have some videos explaining, and then some video tips for scales, layouts, layers, annotation, line types, etc. And same with SketchUp, and same with Bluebeam, which is the PDF editor we use, which is very, 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 very handy. Okay, well, have a look to everything, and any question, just drop me an email to marcos@thecanary.com. Cheers.